Hello, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel, Crafting by the River, on a sunny but cloudy Sunday. And we've got four new lambs, two sets of twins born this morning. They're so cute. Two of them are hopping around all over the paddock already. The other two are still a bit sleepy. Anyway, so great excitement. I might share a photo at the end because, of course, I had to go and take a photo. Okay, so today, getting down to what I'm here for, I'm going to work in this journal, my Roxy's Weekly Challenge journal. And I shared, how I put this together. And it's got a few pages or a few pieces in already. But this week, which is week 34, I think. I've missed a big chunk, but this is 34. And for 34, Rachel suggested using small book page as well as some clear, clean book page to use as a journal card. And this is the one that I've made already. And it has a piece of decorative paper. I didn't have anything to hand that was the same as Rachel's, a piece of embroidery or something in a strip. So I've put together a piece of fancy digital paper and added a sticker and a tag on this side, and then a fussy cut flower on the front with a little label. And I've used 3 pieces of paper to actually cover the book page. You still can see the rough edges of the book page because I've used this one, which I am slowly using. This is the Longfellow's book of poems, and I've used some pages from there. So we'll put that aside, and I thought today I'd make 2 with you. And this is my book page, and they're both the same, so I don't have to dither about which side I'm going to use for, the decorated side and the plain. I've got this piece of book page, which if I turn over will give me a nice clean piece. I've cut a strip off another piece of design paper or digital paper, and I've again used a punch, this one, which is I think Stampin' Up! Punch, to punch this scalloped border. And to cover this piece, I'm going to use one whole piece of digital paper that is a series of images that I think they're all Graphics Fairy images, and I've actually placed them together in Photoshop Elements to make a full sheet. So I'm thinking of using that. I'm going to use another piece of it as a tag on here. And I've got a couple of labels and a couple of stamps to decorate only because this is quite busy. So this is a relatively easy one. So I'll just go ahead and put this one together quickly. What I did think was that I would scuff up the edges of this a little bit. Yeah. I don't need to worry so much about that edge because that's going to have, I can do, but it will have the this strip tucked over to the front from the back. So I'm just using this little tool to scuff up the edges, and I will lightly ink these too. Yeah, so it's been a busy morning here today. As soon as Ian realised there were new arrivals, it was all stations go because they like to keep away a bit from the others. So we've moved the others into the middle paddock and we do that with food. Sheep will do most things for food. And left the 2 new mums in the other paddock. We've got 6 out roaming around, and they're good. They always go back towards the gate at the end of the day. They want to go back in with the others. So there's never any hassle with that, as long as you don't have all of them out. And we've left the gate open so that they can go into the far paddock if they want to. So, yeah, very exciting. So we've gone from 13 to 17 this morning. We just have to hope. I mean, the first 2 lambs are quite sprightly already. The other 2 are Sweetie's lambs, and Sweetie is our one remaining lamb from or sheep, I should say, from the floods. She was the one who survived the floods. And we saw her this morning when we went in to see the new babies. We sort of keep our distance, don't get too close, but close enough to take a photo. And Sweetie didn't want to come out of the paddock, and she's normally at the gate waiting to come out. So we guessed that she would have her lambs pretty quickly. And she did. I think, it's hard to tell yet, but I think she may also have one of each. And they often have twins. They can have triplets, but we've never had triplets from our herd. Right, so we've got 2 labels and 2 stamps. Oh, I think that's upside down. Yeah. So I was thinking, actually, think about this, Mrs. Walsh. That needs to come down because this piece of paper will come over. So we might do it like that. But I definitely like that piece, just down there. Might snip the corners. There we go. My messy glue book on the side here. How's your weekend going so far? Weather's been good here. We desperately could do with some rain, but, you know, it hasn't happened yet. What's it like where you are? Are you still enjoying some summer sunshine? They're worried about bushfires here at the moment. It's usually one or the other, bushfires or floods. But yeah, not very nice if you're involved in either. Now these are stamps from a stamp album, so they actually have the backing on them still, but they're perfect to use like this. Oops. Okay. So that's that side. Now this piece will go here. And I've already roughed up this side. Yeah, that needs to be. Okay, so what I've done is I've worked it so that this folds nicely to the same shape as the other side, so it just barely fits on there, but that's fine. I can always move this up a tad. So for this I'm going to use my art glitter glue along 3 sides. So I thought we'd make 3 of these, and then I've got 1 for Rachel's journal and 2 to put in my stash. So let me see. I need a bit along there too, I think. Yep. And this book page is old, so it's quite fragile. So I might go in a bit from the corner there, or from the side. Yeah. So it doesn't actually cover this, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Now, it's not very straight actually, is it? I think I'm stuck with that now. What I need to do is put a bit of glue along here. The whole thing's not very straight. Never mind. Okay, so for this one, I've turned it under to cover that piece of writing, or that paragraph. And we'll just glue that down. And again, this is really old paper, so it's quite fragile. No. Okay. Okay. Just rough that edge up a bit more, particularly down here. I'll do a bit of ink. I'm just using, what is this? Vintage Photo. I couldn't think of the name there. That was a senior's moment. Okay. So I want it on about there, I think. Yep. And that just slots in there. Okay, could do a bit of decorating on there even. What have I got? I've got something small in blue. Now I might come back to this, give it a bit of thought. I'll come back to that one later. I think it needs something here. And maybe something circular. Anyway, I'll come back to it. So now for the last one, I thought I'd do something a bit different. And I want to use more, this is my blank piece for the journaling card. This is my book page, again, same. Yeah, I want that on the back. I want to be able to see that. And I've got this paper. I've gone more for the darker colours. This is from Fibre Vintage, I think. And I've got a piece of really old writing paper. Again, some music paper that I will probably tear off about here. Like that. And then I've got this strip to use on the other side, and because it's got this alphabet at the top, I've cut a piece off and I'm going to stick that on so it shows up the right way round on the front. Okay, but for now I'll leave that there. Now I was going to decorate a bit more here, and I have these pieces. And I wondered about maybe backing it. Oh, didn't want it quite that square. Better. Something like that. What do you think? And then this will go on the other side. You've got a bit of room here if you wanted to write anything or put a header on. Yeah, I think that's what we'll go with. So just move these off, and we'll start with this one. Oops. Now, I ripped that piece. Is that going to work? That bit came in there, I think, did it? That way round. sort of kind of. Okay, sorry about that. My husband just called me. One of the new mums has brought her babies out of the paddock, so they're around the outside, around the other side of the swimming pool. Quite safe, but so interesting because they're hopping around and they're literally hours old only. Hey ho. Now, because of this, I've decided I'm going to put this piece across this way, and that will hide that. Let's see if I can do this without ripping the paper. That's the only problem working with really old paper. It is so fragile. This is just a bit of a brown paper bag, I think. Okay, so that's that piece. Now what I might do is put this piece on, and I wasn't going to, I wasn't going to do the fancy border because this is more of a grungy tag, a bit darker, not so pretty, so I might just scuff up these edges. Oops, and ink it. Take away the whiteness. Okay. And then this will go down here and fold over to the front. So, 3 sides. You can see I've put a bit of tape on here because I thought I might do a finger hole. I'm not sure. We'll see. But let's just add some glue for now. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't want to play. That will do. Bit of ink in there. It's fine. Now then this one will tip to here and then add this across the top. Okay. And I need to ink this piece up reasonably well because to my eye it looks a bit bluey green. So we'll do around the edges first. And then we'll that's a bit better. Okay. Let's add some glue on all 4 sides. all 4 edges. There we go. And pop that on there. Okay, so now we can decorate the front, and I need to ink this piece up. So this looks just a little bit pristine to me. There we go. So that's the front, and you know, you could journal on there if you wanted, I guess. This is the back, and this is my piece of plain book page, so I'll do the same. Turn in that amount, and then about there. And I mean, you could leave this open so that you can, actually I think I might with this one. I'll leave it yeah, I'm going to glue this piece down to cover the book page writing or the title. And I think that in there works well. You can take that out and you've got 2 sides to write on. But we will put something, a tab, and we'll put it on this piece here. So let's okay. And that can fit in there like so. And I mean, you could add something on there. Again, you know, once I know where these will fit, I might. But those are my take on Rachel's challenge number 34. And I think they're quite clever. I quite like them. Simple, but a little bit different. So I might make one to go in an ideas journal. That one, I need to find something to go on there. Just give me a sec. Okay, so what I thought, I've got this sticker, and I thought I might put that there. What do you reckon? Everything else was a bit big. Circles didn't look right. So I've gone with that. Let's find my pin. And I think that will work. for that one. There we go. If I could get it on reasonably straight, that would be good. There we go. So there we are. I'll take these over to my other desk and show you what they look like. Okay, won't be a sec. So here they are. These are the pieces complete. This one with the added piece on the front. It's quite busy, but I don't mind that. There, and I might even decorate this. I'm not sure. Wait and see what journal it goes into. And then this was my sample piece. This is the one I made first, and you can see I did decorate the back of that. But we'll just wait and see with that one. Although, that's probably the tallest. So I'm thinking, let's have a look. This one could go in here maybe. That's quite nice. Or I thought the other idea I had was to put one, and it would probably be this taller one, inside this paper bag pocket. What do you think? I'll decide. Could be I use two of them. But for now, I'll stick with this one in here, I think. I think that fits quite well. And that was one of Rachel's recycled envelopes as a pocket. And I've added a flip to the front. So there you go. That is them. Thank you again for calling past today. And hopefully you'll call past for my next video. I'm not sure what I'm doing on the next videos yet. I need to get back to my collage cards for Margaret Miller's weekly planner. I'm way behind on that. So maybe that'll be where I start. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.